1. And hello. Everyone say a nice big hello. Greetings and welcome to the Geek Battle Show here on the Extreme Improv Extremes YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, please smash that subscribe button, or so help me God, I will come round there and smash it for you. Now, we're going to have some geeky stuff today. We're going to be talking. We are in the month of October, so all of the Halloween scary stuff can start to emerge. Speaking of which, Capelthave, say hello to the people.
Boo! And I, from the land of leopards, elephants, and crocodiles. And that's not the scariest thing in here. That would be me.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Do you have a geek fact for us?
Yes, I do. So, apparently, because Amazon is actually adapting new fantasy series, books into fantasy series, so they did Wheel of Time and they did Rings of Power, they also had an idea to make a series about Conan the Cimmerian, or Conan the Barbarian for layman's terms. But the thing is, they didn't pass on it because they found the material to be too toxic to adapt. But weirdly, I feel like they should have left it alone, because Rings of Power is not doing well, and Wheels of Time did not receive well either. So please don't adapt Conan the Barbarian. Please don't do it. Leave it to the guy who did Samurai Jack. He can do it.
Well, I just don't think they should adapt anything anymore, like ever. Like, every show sucks these days. Every show. Except for Dharma. Dharma I'm quite enjoying. Haven't seen it all. Don't give me spoilers. I want to see if he gets away with it in the end. Now then, Jimmy Mack. Oh, is that? Who is that? That is the theme of Jimmy Mack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Mack. Thank you for playing me in. I was going to go with a different geek fact, but I'll just go with a random-ass geek fact. I went to see the girl with the dragon tattoo with my girlfriend, and her sister had told her that the main... what's her name in that movie? Lysander?
Yeah, Elizabeth Salander or something like that.
Slander. Yeah, Elizabeth Slander. Her sister had told her that she was a vampire, and so I went to see this movie with my girlfriend, and the whole movie, she expected that girl to be a vampire, and I laughed my head off because I was just like, so until the last frame, you kept expecting her to turn around and be like, Vlah.
Blah. That's amazing.
Vlah.
Wow, okay, I'm not sure if that deserves a point, but we enjoyed it regardless. I'm trying to think, there's definitely films where I've, like, gone to put one on, I've put the wrong one on, and I thought it was going to be science fiction, and it never happened. I'm trying to think what that was now. But, yeah, that's happened to me as well. Someone it's never happened to is Andrew. Say hello to the people. Okay, this is your last warning about that, Andrew. You'll be gone soon.
Hello, everyone. It has happened to me. I went to see a Jennifer Lopez movie at the cinema, and I was drunk. I can't remember what the film... Made in Manhattan. That was it.
You thought that was a vampire film?
No, I was drunk. I don't know what it... I just remember 90 minutes of a blur.
Well, Andrew's contributions so far are going spectacularly. Right, okay. Marty, say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. My geek fact today is, I knew this, but I'd forgotten about it until the other day. When they were shopping the original Planet of the Apes around, nobody wanted to do it because they kept saying, talking monkeys? Nah, we don't want to do it. So they took some of their money and they created a film, a little short film, which was like proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Zaius was played by Edward G. Robinson, and the Cornelius character was played by James Brolin, the father of Josh Brolin.
What?
Yeah, it's on YouTube out there. If you want to watch it, it's out there.
Wow.
Can we just acknowledge Edward G. Robinson was the template for Chief Wiggum in Simpsons?
I did not know that either.
Yeah.
Actually, they might mention that in an episode. Right, so, who haven't we come to? Dave, let's get this over with.
Yes. Oh, thanks. So I'm Dave MC. I'm in Paris, France, and I have not so much a geek fact, just something I found out today. So I was playing Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past today, and I came across something that I've never come across before. In that there's
the stripper bar, right?
Yeah, it's like those Atari porn games, you know.
Yeah.
So I found a mushroom in the Lost Woods. And for my entire childhood, I was like, I got this mushroom. What the hell am I supposed to do with it? So I finally found out what it becomes. It becomes a magic powder that gets rid of evil fairies. And I'm like, why didn't I have this when I was a kid? It would have made the game so much easier.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Just have some magic powder.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
No, okay. Well, again, I'm not really going to... That's a nice personal fact. But, Andrew, what powder have you currently got?
No, I don't have a geek fact, but I bought this back from Mexico.
What is that?
Ooh,
What is it?
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got no idea what I'm looking at. Oh, it's like a statue.
Alien versus...
Oh, I thought it was like the weird head of an axe.
What is it?
Yeah, I couldn't tell at all.
That's sort of Capelpep's department with weird weapons that he's got bits of.
Well, yeah, Cap has
You're,
like...
you're thinking of my tripod, David.
Well, there we go. That used to be my nickname at school. Now then, moving on. We're going to get on with some stuff. Now, we're going to start with a quick fire round. And this is going to be, I'm going to get 2 players at a time. They're going to have like a movie or something that they're going to debate which one is better. They're going to have 30 seconds without knowing what it is that they have in advance. And let's see. Going first will be Jimmy Mac and will be Marty. Jimmy Mac and Marty. Would you like a movie, I guess, or a TV show? Something of this ilk?
The movie's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to get a random movie for you each, and then you will debate which one you thought is better. So for Jimmy Mac, your movie is going to be E.T. the Extraterrestrial. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. And Marty, oh, I love this pairing. You have Mac and me. Mac and me versus E.T. The ultimate battle. Okay, so let's get you onto Spotlight. Here we see Jimmy Mac. Here we see Marty. Jimmy Mac, you've got 30 seconds to say why E.T. the Extraterrestrial is a better movie than Mac and Me.
There are 2 things that everybody loves: Reese's Pieces and Drew Barrymore. And E.T. the Extraterrestrial brought them all to us. It was brought to us by our favorite director, Steven Spielberg, because we all have daddy issues, don't we? It also includes one of my favorite phrases in all of film in a PG movie: penis breath. Elliot says to his older brother, "It's not like that, penis breath."
And that is time. That is time. So, Marty, you now have 30 seconds to say why Mac and Me is a better film than E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Take it away.
Well, E.T. had, kids in them, but Mac and Me had a handicapped kid in it, so therefore it was very empowering for handicapped children. This kid in this wheelchair discovering this alien, and they bond and they have this friendship. And, E.T. turned out to be prophetic in that, Drew Barrymore saying those words, penis breath, calling someone else a penis breath, when in reality, as she got older, she was the one with penis breath.
And that is time. That is time. Wow. Okay. Marty went there. So, yeah.
Again, it was Elliot who said penis breath, not Drew Barrymore, but
Well, just Marty calling it as he sees it. Right. Capelfave, who do you think made the better argument? Not which film do you prefer?
All I heard was penis breath and something about daddy issues. So I'm going to pick the latter and go, daddy issues wins, Jimmy Mac.
What? Wait, the latter? The latter was Marty.
No, I heard penis breath and...
Oh, I see what you mean. Right, okay, now I'm really confused. Andrew, who do you prefer?
I prefer tequila.
Okay, not helpful.
Jimmy.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah, so I'm also very confused by that. So I'm going to have to go for the amount of times penis breath was said. So it had to be Cobra Kai, but for this game, it had to be Marty.
Okay, Marty, you take the point. Well done. With that, we're going to see who we have go next. And we're going to have Cap. And we will have Andrew. What would you guys like? Movie, TV show, video game, or book? We can include book.
Book. Let's try.
Okay, let's try book. Okay.
Let's go for a book. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Capelthave, your book is Night of the Living Dummy, which, if I remember correct, is a Goosebumps book, right? Andrew, your book is Memoirs of a Geisha. So, Night of the Living Dummy versus Memoirs of a Geisha. And here we see Capelthave. Here we see Andrew. Andrew, you can go first. Memoirs of a Geisha, why is it better than Night of the Living Dummy? Take it away.
Memoirs of a Geisha is better because it's Japanese culture and geishas. It's colourful, vibrant. It's other things. It's colourful. It's vibrant. There's samurai, possibly. I don't know. Probably not. It's romantic. It's a good date movie and a book. A book then a movie.
Okay, that is time. Cap, why is Night of the Living Dummy better than Memoirs of a Geisha?
Because here's the thing: there's a lot of dummies are living in the day. It would be better if they only appeared at night, and they made that the whole thing. I mean, that's a whole horror book. But, that's preferably good story for everyone. Dummies should stay at night, and that would be perfect for us. And the other thing is, it's also very colorful, vibrant, and it has Dave, MC, puppets,
And that is time. Thank you very much. So, audience, feel free to give any thoughts and stuff along the way. We've got a couple of comments. Audience, is there anything you've seen this week, played, watched, anything like this? Give us a talking point and we'll bring it up. PureFast22 just says, hi, everyone. So, with that, Dave, who do you think made the better argument? Was it Cap for Memoirs of whatever it was, Night of the Living Dummy, or Andrew for Memoirs of a Geisha?
Well, Cap tried to sway my vote by mentioning me and the fact that Puppet's there, but he said nothing about the book, so it has to be Andrew.
Okay, Jimmy
I
Mack.
think I said anything about the book either.
Jimmy Mack.
Said a bit more than Cap.
Presented for the consideration of the Midnight Society, Andrew is a penis breath. I vote for Capelthave.
Okay, Marty, what would you say?
Well, considering the fact that neither one of them made any sense, I'll go with the geishas.
Okay, well done there. So a point for Andrew. Now, that leaves Dave and myself. Dave, you can choose the topic. What are we going for?
I think we'll go for video games.
Love it. Right, so, as you can see, you're still on Memoirs of a Geisha there. So let's bring up... What? Oh, for God's sake, just take my word for it. Right, okay, so your video game is The Messenger, which I have never heard of.
Messenger?
I don't know what that is either. My video game is Dino Crisis 3. Would you like one you've at least heard of?
No, I can go with this.
Okay.
Let's have fun with this.
Good, let's have fun with it. Right, so you can go first, and let's get us on Spotlight. Here we see me, and here we see Dave. Dave, why is The Messenger better than Dino Crisis 3? Go.
I mean, come on, Dino Crisis 3? There have been so many dinosaur games and movies. There's just tons of them. I mean, we've had enough at this point now. The Messenger is a fantastic game because we message people all the time on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. It's just, the Messenger is just so great. So think about it, a video game where you message people is just astounding. It's just the phantasmisms of it all, and making up words. That's how fantastic this game is.
And that is time. Okay, so here I go. Well, I think Dave sort of fought against his own point because he complained that there were too many dinosaur films and games. But then he's like, we message all the time, so clearly there's too much of that. But what there isn't enough of is bad dinosaur games. Dino Crisis 3 is literally dinosaurs in space. And it's on the original Xbox, so no one even plays it anymore. I don't think it works with backwards compatibility. The Messenger, we don't even know what that is. And that is time. Right, so the question is, who made the better argument? Now, what would you say, Capelthave?
I almost want to shoot the Messenger, but weirdly, the third Jurassic Park movie turned out to be the bad, but it's kind of like the well-appreciated one, so I'm going to go with the third dinosaur?
I'll take that. Marty, what would you say?
Well, dinosaurs almost always beat out messages, so I'll vote for dinosaurs.
Okay, Jimmy Mac.
I feel like we're all in a dino crisis right now. Yeah, I'll vote for Cap.
For who?
Not you.
Not me. Andrew.
I'll vote for other Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn. I vote for Phantasms or whatever.
Phantasisms.
Well, technically that wasn't what he said. Right, okay, so we're going to say it's a tie, so we get a point each. Now, where's Tim gone? Right, so anyway, he had to take a phone call. Now, we're going to go on to like our discussion round. We can react if there's any things that have happened in the week, any things that we've seen, any things that we're excited to see. Has anyone seen anything good? Has anyone seen anything bad? All right, Marty.
I finished Primal and I finished Cobra Kai. So.
Oh, I'm not interested in Primal, but tell us about Cobra Kai. You can talk about either. It's all good.
You should be interested in Primal because it's really good.
It's a cartoon, though, right?
It is a cartoon, but it is very well done. It is leaps above any other cartoons around. It's very well done. But I'll talk about Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai, I enjoyed it, but my thought at the end of it was, how much longer can they do this? How much longer can they carry on this karate feud and it not get ridiculous? It's gotten a little bit cartoony for me. Especially, I hope this is not a spoiler, but the female evil sensei that was brought in was such a one-dimensional character. It was just crazy.
Wow.
She might as well have been Rita Repulsa or something like that.
Amazing. No.
Now, I haven't seen...
Your karate is bad and my karate is good. And I will get you.
We're doing impressions now. Right, okay.
You might have just used Rob Kirby's only impression now, Marty.
Yeah, this is true. Jimmy Mac, you were going to say.
I'm sorry. I stole it from you, Rob.
I haven't seen the most recent season of Cobra Kai, but I saw an excellent meme the other day. It showed Mr. Miyagi, and it was saying, how does he eat his Baby Bell cheese? And it showed it with the wax on, and it showed it with the wax off.
That's amazing. That is good. I'm also impressed that I didn't know that you had Baby Bell cheese in the States, so I feel happy.
I didn't know
with
you
that.
guys had it over there. I thought that joke would fall on English ears.
No, yeah. No, I've got wax in my ears, what I can say. Right, so,
Which is the better show, Primal or Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai.
Come on, Cap.
Come on, Cap. Well, I don't even need to watch Primal to know that it's a cartoon.
It's comparing apples and oranges.
Well, which do you prefer, apples or oranges?
I don't like either. So.
You don't like either apples or oranges?
No, not really.
What about, like, cider?
I'll drink cider, but I won't eat an apple.
See, I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't know where I'm going with this.
No,
right, anyway.
I don't like alcoholic cider. I'll drink apple cider.
That's apple juice. Non-alcoholic apple cider. That's just juice.
I'm not having this argument with you.
was the Geek Bat was diverged now into a topic about fruit.
Well,
Food battles.
we should be talking about New Coke.
The food battle. That's what
So,
we got.
anyway, eventually we were going to get back onto the New Coke, and we will.
I can do food battle.
Food
Hey, I
battle.
will tell you, because I
Fruit
was
battle.
talking to my wife about this today. It's fall here in the Atlanta area.
No, it's
And
not. It's autumn.
Now I want to drive somewhere out of the city and find an apple orchard, because one of the things that they do out here is they will make apple cider slushies, and they are so good. And I want to go get one. So.
Well, you do that, and you drive on the right side of the road when you go.
And it isn't alcoholic.
What? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I did watch the new House of the Dragon episode. Again,
Okay.
still good.
Oh, damn it. I've missed to talk about Cobra Kai. Right, okay, go on then. Tell us about House of the Dragon.
Well, currently we are getting to the midst of the conflict where the House Targaryen's fall is coming pretty soon. And to quote David, more incest. And they don't hold back. I would say that's the best thing about the show is that, like, they don't hold up on kids getting hurt. They don't hold up on any sort of violent endeavors. And yeah, even the cops. So far, it's going good. The one thing I would say a little bit boring is that there is no action currently. So we haven't actually gotten any.
You don't count David Tennant's son jerking off out a window as action?
That is such a spoiler, Marty. I haven't seen this yet.
So, no action so far after the whole battle, I would say. I expected more things to happen, but, like, no actions or no dragon action this much. But again, this is like they're setting the political grounds for the big payoff. But I'm still intrigued.
Okay.
Like, even without every action scene after every 5 minutes, I'm still intrigued, and that's a big thing for me.
Yeah. Oh, no, okay, so question about that. Who's outside the window? Right, okay, Andrew.
I'll be honest, I've been really bad since coming back from Mexico. I literally haven't watched anything. Rings of Power, I haven't seen Andor, I haven't seen She-Hulk, I haven't seen anything.
Well, Andrew, you're just on a roll with your contributions tonight.
I have seen, I don't know if it's out in America, but there's a film called See How They Run with Sam Rockwell.
Oh,
I've heard about it.
I've
I've
not
heard
seen
about it. I'd like to see it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's really good. It's not based on. I mean, there's that the Mousetrap.
Yeah.
That's like the longest running theatre.
Agatha Christie.
The film doesn't ruin the play. Just to be clear, but it's that sort of thing, and it's. I thought it was very good. Sam Rockwell, Saoirse Ronan, Irish actress, Adrian Brody's in it. It's quite good if you haven't seen it.
Can I
But
just
if you
ask-
have seen it, it's not good.
Can I just ask, has anybody here seen the play See How They Run?
No.
Okay, I did it once when I graduated from high school, and then I did it again in college. It's just a British farce. Everybody's dressed up as a vicar to be in hiding, and the cop shows up. What's all this then? Just curious.
Okay, no, that's cool.
That's basically what Sam Rockwell sounds like.
Okay, so, first of
Going
all,
on here, then.
if I can come back just quickly about Cobra Kai, like, I think they could, look, the story is 35 years after Karate Kid. There's no reason they should stop now, ever. Just keep going.
Well, I heard they're making another movie, but it's got nothing to do with the show.
So with that, they're going to do. They're doing the next season 6, which apparently will set up the whole Sekai Tekai thing, and the next movie might be the actual tournament itself.
Wow.
So they've said. So the producers have said anyway. But even for that, they've said, we've got 2 more seasons to go.
I think they should just keep going, like, and in another 35 years' time, then they can make, the next iteration of it.
Yeah, I want to see them. I want to see them fighting it out at the nursing home.
See, the thing is, it feels to me like they should have made this series 15 years ago, and it would like as good as it is now. If everyone was just like a little bit more, like the weird thing about Daniel LaRusso is it feels like he went backwards through puberty when he was an adult. He's like less tough now than he was back then.
But with David, for that to happen, How I Met Your Mother, the sitcom has to happen, and Barney Stinson have to literally pitch the show on the sitcom.
I really didn't like How I Met Your Mother. I just never got into it. Like some of it was.
You've met
It doesn't matter, but
Yeah,
technically,
I never liked How I Met
Patrick's
Cap's mother. Right. Yeah.
Technically, Neil Patrick's character in Barney Stinson is the one who actually stated the whole premise of Cobra Kai, telling that
Wow.
the bad guy in the movie is technically the good guy, and Ralph Bakshi or someone with that name is actually the bad guy. And there's like huge memes everywhere. Everyone wants this to happen, okay? Everyone wants Neil Patrick Harris to appear on Cobra Kai as the founder of
Well, he
that
could,
series.
wasn't he? He was in the new Matrix film, so I don't know. I can't remember if he did any fighting, but I think
But
someone
if-
should hit
if
him in the face.
When he appears, notify me because I will start watching it.
What? No, you need to start watching it now, Cap. Come on, look. It's not the right shirt, but it is a cobra. Now,
Boom.
yeah, boom. Right, now then. Anyway, has anyone else seen anything? Has anyone hit? I said this earlier. Has anyone seen Dharma? No one has seen Dharma.
Did we cover Andor yet?
No, we've not covered Andor. I've seen the first episode of it, but I haven't watched further. But go for it, Tim.
I have a question about Dahmer.
Okay, then we'll come back to Andor. Yeah.
What's eating him?
No, he eats them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
I think
so
Dharma is it's good. It's well acted. It's mildly arousing. It's like well shot. Oh, sorry, did that slip out? Right, Andor, Tim.
Great show that's like standalone. I think in a good like storytelling series, you want something that stands alone on its own, but also integrates into the Star Wars genre as well. I guess how I would put it is, it feels like it's an independent series, but it still feels like it's part of Star Wars.
Oh, that's cool. So, okay, so because of the characters, it's a sequel to Rogue One, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's a prequel to Rogue One.
It's a prequel to Rogue One.
Yeah,
It
prequel.
follows Andor's like, I forget his first name, but his
Yes.
progress into the rebellion as a whole.
Yeah.
And it's probably just a single action piece where it's how do I put it? He ends up getting in trouble, and then he finds this group of other people that he has to work with that are part of like the pre-rebellion, I guess. And it also follows the Imperial Security Bureau, which that's really cool because you also see how the bad guys are doing things. It has a definite Game of Thrones feel in how the good guys and the bad guys story are being tracked.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
No, I do intend. I've seen all of the other Star Wars Disney stuff. I've only seen the first episode of Andor. I liked what I saw.
Have you seen Clone Wars?
No, I mean like I saw Mandalorian, I saw Book of Boba Fett, I saw Obi-Wan. I just haven't caught up. I'm a bit behind. Like I've mostly caught up with She-Hulk, but I think today's the day it comes out, so I haven't seen this week's one yet.
It comes out tomorrow, I think.
Is it tomorrow?
Yes,
Yeah, on Thursdays.
Ah, okay, so I am caught up then.
I never finished Kenobi because my wife, we watched the first episode and she said, this is boring, I don't want to watch it. So, how was it?
I liked it.
Okay.
Meh.
The
I
kid...
think you're
go on.
I would watch it just for its entirety. Like, there are parts that are boring, but you're going to see a lot of parts where you're going to see Kenobi's sort of character arc develop into a hermit. To like, this is what I used to be back in the day.
The kid who plays, like, minor spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen it at all, but the girl who plays Princess Leia in it as a little girl, she was in the film Bird Box, and she was like the 2-year-old who was girl or whatever that Sandra Bullock was with. And I was like, wow, that kid's gone on, like, her career is so much better than mine. She's like 7 years old. She was like in Bird Box and now in Kenobi, or Obi-Wan. What was this series called? Was it Obi-Wan or was it called Kenobi?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, it can't have been, like, it was one or the other, not both.
I think it was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Was it called Obi-Wan Kenobi?
It's called Kenobi-Wan.
It's called Kenobi.
Kenobi
Well,
1.
in the second season,
I trust
it'll be called
Dave.
Obi-2
It's Star
Kenobi.
Wars.
Hang on, let's look this up. Right.
Bravo, Marty. Bravo.
Obi-Wan.
Thank you.
While you're looking that up, I just wanted to tell a really quick story. I found out this week that Spanish-speaking people thought that R2-D2 was named Arturito because it sounds the same. They thought R2-D2 was named Little Arthur because when Spanish-speaking people say Arturito, I'm blowing this. R2-D2, it sounds like R2D.
Yeah.
I found that out. I thought it was charming.
Okay, here's a question which you guys can help me with. So if you say you've got like a pie, and you cut it into two, and say I have one part of it and Jimmy Mac has the other, we each have half.
Yeah.
If there's like twice as many of us and there's 12, and you cut it up and we each take a piece each, we each have a 12th. If you cut it into 22 pieces, what do you give the person each? What is the word for that? Or 32, or anything with a 2?
A 22nd.
A 22nd? No, because if we cut it in two, I don't give you a second.
No, you'd give me a half.
Exactly.
So what?
So if I cut it into
I got a better idea.
no, but if I cut it
idea.
into 3 and I give one to Capelfave, one to Jimmy Mac, and one to Andrew, you each get a third. If I cut it into 33, you each get a 33rd. But if I cut it into 2,
Wait,
you don't get a second.
so what do you want?
Now there's a real
A
good
22 and a fifth?
22 and a fifth. Why would it be in a fifth?
Because a fifth would be
What, a 20 and a fifth? A
But
20th
if
and a
you're-
fifth?
If you're in America and you say a fifth, you might consider it as a bottle of alcohol. So that might be confusing as well.
Wow.
Especially if you're drunk and talking about math.
Yeah. No, but this is the math battle show now.
This is riveting.
We've covered fruit.
Here we go.
We've covered
This is
maths.
the real good battle right here.
Yeah. Or should it be like a 20-tooth?
you'd give me a 22th of your 3.14.
God, so many dentist jokes right there.
Yeah, exactly. Or a 22nd. A 22nd of my pizza.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
This segment of Geek Battle was sponsored by dentists all over America.
Okay.
I saw the movie Bullet Train. and
Oh,
Tim is
I've seen
fucking
that.
totally
Tell us what
great.
your thoughts were.
It was really entertaining. I loved it. It was like the movie Gentleman, kind of like Pulp Fiction, I would say. Even the stories like unravel around like in different places and stuff, and the dialogue is pretty entertaining. That's the best thing I would say. Like every time a character is speaking, and the bad guy. I don't want to say two spoilers. It is.
No, you're going to say a
girl.
spoiler. Don't say about the bad guy. You'll definitely give a spoiler.
It's in the start of the movie. It's pretty established.
It's really not Cap. I've seen it. It's not clear.
No, it is. It's pretty established. But what I'm trying to say is that the bad guy is a bad guy, but likable, charming, and interesting. And I just want to compare it to the Lord of the Rings Galadriel. We're supposed to root for her, and she's the good guy, and she's insufferable and unlikable. Completely. And I don't know how they pulled it off, but both are strong female characters. But this one, even though she's a horrendous
You've just
villain,
given it
I was
away. There's like 2 female characters in the whole thing. Oh, God.
I'm gonna say this to Kat.
Right,
Kat,
okay.
Please never give spoilers ever again on anything.
Bullet Train is a genuinely good film. It's quite stylized. Would you agree with that, Cap?
Yeah, I would say.
It's quite
Very, very
stylized. It takes a little bit of time. Well, it took me a little bit of time to get into it, but once you understand like the structure that it's going for, it is really good film.
If you fall into the rhythm, it's more like I would say the bit by bit. If you fall into the rhythm, it's just easy. It just drags you to the whole ride.
Yeah.
Starts with the story, but then it gives backstory through little vignettes with characters depending on its need.
Yeah.
And that adds to like the creative flavor of the movie, from my experience.
So is Bullet Train the film that came out with Brad Pitt?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm having a thick moment. I'm like, well, I know what film it is, but I don't know who's in it.
Who else is in it? So
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's in it.
And guy who played Pietro in Avengers was in it.
Yeah.
Guy who played Kick-Ass.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, something Johnson.
The guy with like 3 first names.
Yeah.
Well,
And the
What,
famous
Johnson?
Japanese actor.
Hello, Johnson. How you doing?
never mind. That's like
And
2
Zod,
first.
General Zod is also in it.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? As soon as you said that, I was thinking Terrence Stamp. What a shame they
Terrence
now
Stamp
we're
is
saying.
in it?
No, it's not Terrence
Michael
Stamp.
Shannon. Michael Shannon.
The bad Zod. Yeah.
No, I like that Zod actually.
So do I actually, but you know, I'm just gonna be a contrarian for the sake of it.
I've never knelt.
Ernie Henchman, I remember.
Shannon.
Oh, what's that, Jimmy Mac?
I've never knelt before in Michael Shannon.
What exactly? And you wouldn't. He doesn't command that of you. Right.
But for me, like, as David, you said it took a while to get into the rhythm. I would say that when they start with the twins, I think they're the ones who actually. The beginning of the movie, I'm also a little bit outside of the whole thing, and when the twins, the dialogue started flying, I was just into it. Afterwards, for me, is where the film actually picks up. And I would say, I never liked the actor who played Kick-Ass. I never liked him as Pietro as well. But in this movie, he's amazing. I would say this is where I'm like, okay, I can watch stuff with this guy.
Because he does a
there's a couple
flawless
moments
English
in the movie.
accent.
Did you know that he's playing Kraven the Hunter in a movie?
Wow!
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want to know
Yeah,
that.
I'm like,
I don't
they
think it'll
picked
work.
the wrong actor for that.
Wait, is that in the Spider-Man universe?
Yeah. Yes, the ones with that Sony's doing.
So are they going to
It's
explain that
right.
Quicksilver kind of is a bit confusing across every dimension?
I mean, look at WandaVision.
Well, yeah, exactly. So there's something weird going on with that body.
Maybe
That
Isn't he a villain? Kraven is a villain, right? So is it
Sorry,
a
dude.
Spider-Man series?
Well, they just keep making these movies based on the villains.
well, it's because that's all they've got the rights to. They had the rights to Spider-Man. It's like, well, if we want to make more, then we need to use Venom. We need to use Morbius.
Well, they have the rights to Spider-Man. They just choose to cooperate with Marvel because they can't make a good Spider-Man movie, and Marvel can.
But Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man film of them all.
That's Sony Animation, completely different.
Yeah.
With my
But
run
even
by
that,
completely
David,
coming out as well.
But even that, David, that Spider-Verse movie was created out of desperation. Sony was losing the right, and it wanted to snuff out a Disney Spider-Man film. They gave the creatives full freedom to create whatever they want, and you got Spider-Verse, the amazing Spider-Man film of the time. But now the next thing is going to have a lot of studio control.
Probably.
So, I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they made a difficult job for themselves there, because that was like a revolutionary animation thing. If they were losing the rights to something... Quick, guys! Invent a new animation style. Right. No, amazing. Okay, so has anyone here been keeping up with She-Hulk?
I haven't watched it, but I've been keeping up with it.
If you say the memes, Dave.
I'm not saying memes. I'm not saying memes. I refuse to see any memes. I've just been looking up anything related to it, and I'm not surprised.
I've just been sending them to them. I've just been sending that to them.
Yeah, and with the Daredevil sort of mask reveal, and I said to myself, he's not going to be in the next episode. I know he's not going to be there, and I was right. It's like, well, now you're baiting people. You're throwing it, you're dangling it like a worm on a hook, expecting people to come and watch it, but then not delivering on it.
Yeah, that's quite fair. Marty, have you seen what have you thought of the most recent episode?
Well, I've just decided to accept She-Hulk for what it is, which they've basically just taken the comedic side of her, and that's what they're doing. I kind of hoped that it would be more of a mix of the comedic and the more serious, but they're leaning heavier toward the comedic, and I'm interested to see where it goes.
I love Tatiana Maslany. I do think the CGI could be better, and I think it will be if she ever appears in a movie.
Yeah.
But they've taken too long to roll out whatever villainous plot is going on in the background.
Every Marvel show,
they wait too long to reveal what's going on. I mean, I think this next episode is the last episode.
Yeah.
I think it's because I don't think they're confident enough to produce what they have, so they're mostly relying on mystery. I would say, like you even though you think the show is bad on the first episode, but you'll still tune in to know what will happen in the end.
But you see, there lies the problem is because we know that this whole Phase 4 has had no plan from the beginning. So it's almost like when they had D23, when they finally revealed that, this was all part of our master plan. Everything that we've done is all part of our plan. But you didn't plan it. We know you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think Phase 4 should have a plan.
Oh, why not?
Because you've got 10 years of planning. You've got all this success. You've got a franchise. Let's throw some stuff to the wall and see if it sticks. Give a little bit more creative license. So, let's mix, She-Hulk can be more of an Ally McBeal as opposed to, I have to assume the roles and responsibilities of being a superhero again. No, let's throw some stuff out there, use the multiverse as an excuse, and then we can collect the data over 2 or 3 years of creativity and see what can move forward after that.
But I think for that, they've sort of come off the hype of Infinity War and said, right, we've raised the bar this high, how much further can we push it? But not actually thinking about, right, how are we going to get from doing the Infinity War or doing the Infinity Saga and now do a multiverse saga?
Well, yeah.
And also they're stuck. So currently Marvel shows are not doing well. People are tuning in. I think WandaVision and Loki was the highest one. Afterwards, where people are mehing out of it. So they still need the numbers to actually carry on the whole thing. So
Absolutely.
they would have to please the old audience. That means they can't throw stuff at the wall and try new creative stuff, which I think ultimately is going to be the end of them because they're stuck trying the new approach with the comedic, but then they still like to base it out.
I don't mind the idea. I quite like the idea of trying some different things out. In that sense, I completely agree with what you say, Tim. That if you just do we've got to be a superhero thing again, eventually it will grow tiresome.
And then you're going to exhaust your audience base. As opposed to create a little bit less, so decrease the supply, and then eventually the demand will increase. I mean, currently in this phase, the only movies I really enjoyed overall were the Spider-Man ones.
Yeah.
Everything else didn't have that same oh, I'm a hero inside, but I'm struggling sort of thing.
Yeah. What I was going to say though is that the thing which I think is there's been a couple of things which have been their downfall. One is that I think they're suddenly producing so much the quality has dipped. It's kind of inconsistent. The movies are every sequel except for Spider-Man, I agree there, it sort of feels like it's worse than the equivalent ones that would have come before. But
sorry, Sam.
Well, yeah, exactly, right. But although there's stuff that said that maybe they didn't let him, they still made it a Marvel film, so he couldn't make it what he would have done. Who knows? But the other thing is there's no consistency amongst the storylines. We've got multiverse stuff happening, and no one is acknowledging that in anything else. We've got in the Eternals, there's a giant, it turns out the Earth was a giant egg, and no one else has mentioned this. And it's we're not seeing Ms. Marvel pop up in other series, or we're not seeing that Falcon is now Captain America, and he's not popping up that even in the background of a television set that he's saving anyone.
And these are kind of important aspects of what the new series of Marvel is. Captain America is not a white man anymore. He is the mantle of Captain America is much more diverse. But you're not seeing that in some of the other series, which I think isn't in the previous 10 years. You had callbacks to different things with the Infinity Stones, and She-Hulk in the first episode does refer to the blip in Endgame, but as far as I'm concerned. I don't think there's any other cross
I think
referencing other series.
I think if you had like Phase 4 referencing, like having that be the catalyst of Phase 4, like having the blip be the thing, and how the world is kind of adjusting again to, you know, we've had half the world gone for 5 years, and now there's, you know, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier did a good job touching on that, showing the difficulties of, right, half the world has been gone, now they're all back, so everything's all different now. And that would have been, I think that would have been an interesting point. Like you had, okay, so what's been happening over that course of 5 years? You know, have other heroes emerged? Who, you know,
Well,
who else is out there?
That's true. One of the problems with that, though, if I just bring it back to the most recent episode of She-Hulk, is in a sense it was fine, but in another sense I watched it and I was like, this is probably the very worst anything that Marvel has made, and it was for the reason that they'd got the Abomination, who was like this killer machine, and even before he was the killer machine, he was Tim Roth, who was like, I'm a super soldier sort of like mentality thing, and he's now running, minor spoilers if you haven't seen it, he's running like a support group for super beings, and one of them is called, was it Man-Bull? And he's got like horns or something coming out of his face, and he's basically like a pig man from Doctor Who, if you remember that, Dave.
Wait, so Tim Roth is a good... So Tim Roth's character's a good guy in this thing?
Yeah, so far. And then there's...
He killed a dog! He killed a dog in The Incredible Hulk!
Okay, well, there you go. Right, but then there's like another guy who's dressed like as a matador and he's got powers. And then there's another guy who looks like it's 1960s Doctor Who costume. And he's dressed as a porcupine or something. And it's like, where are all of these super beings come from? And I know in the comics that there's this infinite amount of super beings, but it's like, if you dilute the specialness of that, there's an Iron Man, and there was a First Avenger, and there's Black Widow, and Hawkeye, who are like trained soldiers, but then you get someone like Thor, who's a god. It's like, where did the guy that is a half man, half bull come from? It's like, it feels like you're making all of these superheroes, and it was the same in Thor as well, when it showed like the planet of the gods, and there was a guy that was a head with just feet coming out and stuff like this. It was just like, if there are just 100,000 superheroes out there, then having Superman doesn't mean anything, if you get what I mean. Marty.
All of those characters are superheroes from the past. They have appeared in the comics probably since the 60s. I know for sure that Man-Bull was primarily a Daredevil villain. I believe the Eagle, his Spanish name escapes me, but his Americanized, his name is the Eagle, the swashbuckler guy. And then the Porcupine, I can't remember who his. I think the Eagle was a Spider-Man villain. Or he thought he was a hero, but he did more bad than good. And then,
okay, so like,
but I think what they're doing is they're taking what they consider to be the ridiculous superheroes, which I would argue with. I think some of the ridiculous superheroes, they might seem ridiculous to them, but I think they could be updated and made cooler.
Well,
so
yeah,
to speak.
look at in the comics, he's like a minotaur or something. That's cool.
Yeah, he's much tougher and cooler in the comics.
And then, look, the spoiler is that it honestly, I could make that costume.
Yeah.
I just say,
It looks like Thor.
And they ruined the Wrecker as well, because the Wrecker was the guy that attacked her, and the wrecking crew, they ruined them as well. Because I think there's somebody who thinks, oh, this team of supervillains is just kind of ridiculous, so let's just make a joke out of it. Well, you don't have to do that. They could be cool if you put some, I don't know.
Look at Big Croc.
I believe.
Look at who, Tim?
I think the guy, the French dude who kicks a lot in Winter Soldier at the beginning.
Oh, Batroc.
GSP?
But
I think so. What I know him from.
Ex-MMA fighter, the greatest welterweight champion.
no, he's a Captain America villain too. He's called Batroc the Leaper.
Oh god, he's so spammy.
he has a ridiculous costume in the comics, but so do a lot of people. But anyway, I'm just going to say what I think. I agree with David. I think Marvel, they're making too much now. The popularity of all the movies the first 10 years went to their head, and now they're making too much, and they're so spread out that some of the stuff is suffering now, and they need. I would really hope that they would recognize that and pull back in and focus more.
Yeah.
I think it's because of Disney. I think it's like Disney has to put out content.
Well, yeah, that is a problem. Jimmy Mac, just quick, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a couple things. Just speaking of ridiculous villains, I thought one of the villains that was ridiculous that really got sort of redeemed was Polka Dot Man from the newest Suicide Squad. They got David Dastmalchian, and he had the same like disease. I think it's impetigo. I could be mixing that up, but he was like, "Yeah, I really want to play this," and I thought they really redeemed Polka Dot Man for that movie.
Oh,
The other thing I wanted to say is I'm an episode behind on She-Hulk, but one of the things I really love about it is that they cast largely improv people for the show. I mentioned this in like our private threads, but getting Dave, what's his name? Who played Immortal Man?
Yeah, Dave. I can't think of his last name right now.
MC?
I want to say Jagodowski, something like that. No,
I don't know.
it was just in my head. Anyway, he's like one of the masters of improv, playing Immortal Man from the Great Lakes Avengers, and then Madison, Wong's little drunken sidekick from the previous episode. I actually took an Improv 1 class with.
Oh.
So again, just I love that they're getting largely improv actors for the show.
So Marvel, if you're watching this.
Dave Pasquazi, that's his last name.
Right, on that note, let's go on to a guessing game round. So, let's have a...
What's the result of the last guessing game?
What didn't you guess? I thought I told you last week.
Oh, you told the book as well? Oh, yeah, you told the book, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
Movie or something.
Right, so, with this, let's roll the dice. Tim, you will go first. What would you like to guess? Movie, TV show, book? Oh, every time.
TV show, it's a TV show.
No, you can... I've pressed the book, I know the book, so you'll be okay. Okay, so, in terms of the book, you have 1 minute on the clock to ask me as many yes-no questions to figure it out. And here you go.
Does the book have pictures?
Pictures? Probably, yeah.
Is it a comic book?
No.
Are the illustrations of maps?
Of what? Maps? No.
Are the pictures maps? Okay. Are the... is it fantasy?
Yeah.
Is it any bit of sci-fi?
No.
Does it take place in Earth?
Yes.
Does it have magic?
Yes.
Does it have dragons?
No. I think he's
Does
got
it
magic.
Okay, so it's not Dragonlance. Does it have goblins?
No.
Does it have orcs?
No.
Ooh. Does it have a standard economy that is listed in the book?
I don't know. Right, okay, that is tough. That is
That's
tough.
a Patrick Rothfuss question, basically.
Okay, right. Handing it over to Marty. Go.
Is it a children's book?
Yes. Of
Is
course,
it,
if I know it.
is the author American?
No.
Is the author British?
Yes.
Are there talking animals in this book?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Is it before 1945?
No.
Okay. Wow. What is this book?
So is it from the 80s?
Yes.
And beyond? Oh, it's from the 80s.
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? God damn. Okay, guys, can you hear me? What the hell is wrong with these people? Guys, the audience can hear me. It's just you guys. Can you not? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Say some things out loud. Ah, God damn it. This is unbelievable. What has gone wrong here? Microphone. Can't hear you. Audience, you can hear me. I'm very sorry, but we've had a audio issue. I'm going to try to see if I can fix it. And I just don't know what I need to do. And let's see here. And let's see what we can do. Man, is this really never going to fix? Right, don't know what to say. Oh shit, this is ridiculous. Right, okay, 1 second. Okay, hello, can you keep talking, Nope. Let's see what else we've got speaker-wise. Hello. Boom. Hello. I can hear you.
Hello.
I fixed it. Guys, we're back in business. Jesus, that took such a long time. That took so damn long.
And see what we were saying while you couldn't hear.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to make some of you co-hosts. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. Marty, I'm going to give you another 10 seconds because I think you deserve it. Right, you almost have got the film. Go, or the book, rather. Go for it. Go.
Okay, does the action take place mostly in like a forest?
No.
Does it take place in a city?
Not especially. Ish.
Yeah,
I guess.
Does it take in the ocean?
No. Right, that's time. Okay, Dave, handing over to you. And go.
Does it involve a talking lion?
No.
Okay. Crikey. What other children's fantasy books are there? Is it part of a series of books?
No.
So, like, as the author wrote in a series of books?
Possibly. I don't quite understand your question.
I'm trying to figure out how to word it. That's the thing. It's like, is the author Roald Dahl?
Yes.
It is Roald Dahl. Alright, is it Matilda?
No.
Is it Danny the Champion of the World?
No.
Is it the Squids?
No.
Is it James the Giant Peach?
No.
Is it... Oh, fuck. Is it Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
No.
No. Is it Going Solo?
No.
Is it... what the fuck? Is it the BFG?
Yes! Yes! You made it exactly on 60 seconds. Exactly on 60 seconds.
Holy crap.
Well done. Okay, so next up, Andrew, what would you like?
A movie.
A movie. Let's find a movie for you. Okay, I've got one for you, and here you go.
Is it recent?
Not especially.
The 90s?
No.
2000s?
Yes.
Is it part of a franchise?
Yes.
Superheroes?
No.
Is it fantasy?
Yes.
Lord of the Rings,
No.
Avatar.
No.
Uh, no. Is it? Is it English?
It is English, yes. But it's in English. It's not
Yeah.
British.
Is the lead male?
Yes.
Is it a period piece?
Yes.
So you said yes to fantasy.
Yes.
Fantasy
Oh, that is
period
time. I'm
piece.
sorry, Andrew. Right. Okay. So handing it over to Cap, and here you go.
Is it part of a trilogy?
Part of a trilogy. Yes.
Is it The Mummy?
No.
Is it horror?
No.
Fantasy?
No.
Is it a Michael Bay film?
No. I hope not.
Is it animated?
No.
Does the film have any continuous after 2010?
Does the there's the series continues after 2010.
So there is a TV show based off.
Oh, sorry, no, it's not a TV show.
Movies. Okay. Not superheroes. Does it involve vampires?
Not that I remember. Can't rule it
Does
out.
it involve monsters?
Yes.
Monster Slayers. Is it Van Helsing?
No.
What other Monster Slayers are there continuously?
And that is time. That is time. Oh. Yeah, I think my favourite Van Helsing film of the trilogy is number 2, Van Helsing 2, We Didn't Make This. Now then, Tim, handing over to you, and go.
Is it Hansel and Gretel?
No.
Jeremy Renner. Okay. Is it it's the one with is it one with Vin Diesel in it?
Not that I remember, no.
Okay. All right. Not that one then. Does the Monster Slayer have a sword?
Oh, I don't think I said... If I said Monster Slayer, I was wrong. So monsters get slayed, but it's not about a Monster Slayer.
Okay. Does the main character have a sword?
Yes, the main character has a sword.
Does the main character also have an axe?
No.
All right. There are monsters being slain in it, though,
Yes.
correct? Are there also humans being slain in it?
Yes.
Oh, snaggies. Is it The Witcher? It's not The Witcher.
It's not The Witcher.
All right.
Otherwise, I would kill myself.
Great
Yeah,
movie.
which
Oh, it is The Witcher. No. And that is time.
No, Cab, stay alive!
Right. Okay, Marty, handing over to you. Jimmy Mac, somehow you've missed out on so much action here. Right, but we'll bring it back to you after. Right, Marty, go.
is it Blade?
No.
Shoot. So it's a trilogy. Does it involve a group of people?
Yes.
Is the main character a male?
Yeah.
Does he have a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband?
No, not really, but not completely nothing either.
Does he wear a costume of any type
Yes.
that's recognizable?
Yes.
Is it a superhero?
No.
So it's not Lord of the Rings.
It's not.
Um,
That is time.
is it?
Ooh.
Right.
Right. Jimmy Mac. Who started this round?
Andrew.
Okay, so Jimmy Mac, over to you, and then I guess it'd be back to Dave. So Jimmy Mac, go.
Does it have a main single antagonist?
Not the whole series. This one, I guess.
Okay. Is the antagonist human?
Debatable.
Does the antagonist get slain at the end of the film?
I believe so.
Is there time travel involved?
Not that I remember.
Is there magic?
To a degree.
It's not a Harry Potter.
It's not, no.
Okay. Is it part of a large franchise?
Yes.
Would you say? Are there cyborgs involved?
No.
Is it Narnia?
No.
Is it by C.S. Lewis?
No. Right, okay, Dave, it is down to you. And here you...
Well, of course, it's down to me.
Go.
As if I know. I've forgotten everything that everybody said.
It has the sword, monsters, flame.
Sword, monsters, creepy things. Sword. Is it something based on mythology?
Yes, not entirely, though. Not primarily, but yes.
No, okay then. Aragon,
No.
It's not even a thing. I genuinely don't know. Sword, monsters, fantasy. I think the guys have lost this
Part
one.
of the trilogy.
Part of the trilogy. No, I haven't got it.
Wait.
What are you doing?
I'm helping you.
Is it Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, it is! Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Can I just say, don't give me points. Give Cap points for that because he messaged me on that one.
Yeah,
Give
that's
them to
fine.
Cap.
But this is how Cap
thought there
learns.
was-
Point to Dave. Right, so
I'm sorry. What was the answer on that?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Isn't
Oh,
there
And
more
it's
than
the,
three-
and it's the
there's
weird
more
thing.
than three films.
Yeah, I know, but it is part of a trilogy. It's just that they then made more.
I was
Well, I
happy
guess
because the
that's
joy was Nadia, so Dave caught on that I had a surprise, so privately messaged me, what is it? I was like, it's Nadia to everyone.
Right, Jimmy Mac, what would you like?
Give me a movie, please.
Okay, right, and here you go.
Is it from the 80s?
Yes,
Is it sci-fi?
in a sense.
Does it involve time travel?
Not really. I don't think so.
Is there a main protagonist?
Yes,
Are they part of a team?
not in this.
Do they have like a love interest?
Yes,
Is there a main antagonist?
yes,
Do they identify as male?
yes.
Okay. Are there any robots in the movie?
Not in this one.
Is it part of a franchise?
Yes.
Is it a part of the Terminator franchise?
No.
Is it part of Star Trek?
No.
Does any of it take place in space?
Yes, that is time though. Right, Dave, we're handing over to you early this time, and here you go.
Is it part of the Star Wars franchise?
No.
I'm screwed. Is it okay, what else do we know? Are there space battles in the movie?
Yes.
Really, I hate my English thing.
You got some questions.
I do, but I don't know what to say.
One
That's
of
all right.
them.
Okay. How's that? So I've forgotten everything that Jimmy Mack said, that's why.
I didn't pay attention either, so I'm screwed when I'm up.
It's just
You should
sci-fi.
start
It's a
writing this
sci-fi
stuff
movie.
down.
And that is time. Andrew, handing over to you, go.
All right, Marty.
Is it The Last Starfighter?
No.
So it's set in space.
Somewhat.
Partly set in space.
Yeah.
Somewhat set in space. So it's not part of the franchise.
It is.
Oh, it is part of the franchise. Set in space. Are they aliens in it?
Yes.
Are they friendly?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Oh my. Is it? I don't know. Sake Christ, is there a well-known star in it?
Yes. In space. I'm joking. And that is time. It's called The Sun. Right, no, okay. Capelthave. There is a well-known celebrity actor person in it. Like, right, Cap, handing over to you. Go.
Is it the Predator franchise?
No.
Is it the Alien franchise?
No.
Is it Men in Black?
No.
Okay, that's all my options. Did it come out in 2000?
No.
Did it come out in the 80s?
Yes.
I'm screwed either way. 80s. Not Star Trek, Star Wars. Is it about a space military operation?
About a military operation? No,
Space,
not.
marine sort of stuff?
There's a tiny element of that, but no.
Not fully. Is it a comedy?
A tiny element, but no, you wouldn't say it's a comedy.
That goes Galaxy Quest. 80s. Is there any movies, reboots or sequels in the 2000s?
That is time. Right, so
Damn it!
I will answer that. Yes, there is. Right, Tim, handing over to you, and here you go.
Is it placed? Is it a rendition of a book? Was there a book originally of it?
I don't think so. Not of this specifically.
Okay. All right. Are there small craft spaceships in space when the movie is in space?
Maybe something, but not really.
Okay. All right. Did the movie do well in theaters?
No, it did not.
Perfect. So it wasn't Spaceballs.
No, it was not.
All right. I'm glad the movie that did well. I don't know. I could have some more other questions, but I don't really know. Is the bad guy male? I mean human.
Yes.
Bad guy's human.
Oh, well, yes and no.
Okay.
That is time. Okay. Marty, handing over to you. Take it away.
Did we establish if there's a series? Is it like a series of movies?
Yes.
Or just one?
No.
Oh. So it's a series of movies based on the first movie that didn't do well in theaters.
I didn't say that.
Well, you said it didn't do well in theaters.
This film didn't do well in theaters.
Oh. That should help, but it doesn't. I am perplexed. It's not Starship Troopers.
No.
Raspberries indeed.
Is it 2010?
No, it's 80s. Oh, what you mean a film called 2010?
Yeah.
No.
It's the sequel to 2001.
No, it's not.
Wow. Gosh, I just don't know.
That is time. Now, I'm going to give you all of you collectively, so get your questions ready. 1 final minute to try to figure this out. Ready,
Is it
go.
Superman?
Sorry?
Is it Superman?
Yes?
Is it Superman 4?
Yes, it is Superman 4! How? How, Cap? How?
It's an alien movie, takes place in space. Didn't do well, but it's not the first film, but one of the films didn't do well. It happened in the 80s, still going, so...
Wow, Cap,
job,
you
Cap.
nailed that one.
I actually sent Jimmy back thinking that he had the next turn. It has to be Superman, Jimmy.
Amazing. Okay, who has not started a round? Okay, just Dave?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we'll go Marty, then Dave. So Marty, what would you like?
Oh. TV show,
Okay.
just to mix things up.
Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. It's got to be something which I think you've got a chance of knowing. Okay, I've got one. And here you go.
Is it animated?
Not really.
What the hell does that mean?
No, mostly no. You'll understand later, so no.
Is it from the 70s?
Yes.
Is it sci-fi?
Not. That's not what you'd call it, but
Is
it's.
it fantasy?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Does it involve talking animals?
I don't think so, but there's a chance that there could be something, but I don't think so.
Okay. Oh my God. Partially animated. Maybe is what it means.
No, don't
Gosh,
don't forget the animated bit. You'll understand when you know what it is.
Oh well, that doesn't help me at all. Is someone famous in a role in this show?
Yes, that is time though, I'm afraid. Right, Jimmy Mac, handing over to you and go.
Is it American?
Yes.
Did you say it was sci-fi?
Not what I'd call it, but it's not. No, it's not science fiction.
Is it fantasy?
That's close. Yeah, fantasy. Yeah, I guess.
Is it like sort of dystopian?
No.
Would you say? Oh boy, is there a main antagonist in the series?
No, there is not.
Is there? Is the guy sort of fighting against society? The protagonist?
Only in the loosest sense. No.
Does any of it take place in space?
Not that I'm ever aware of.
Okay.
Although there is
I
one
know
way they
this is
could.
the wrong answer, but it's not The Prisoner, is it?
It's not.
I know that's okay. Is everyone in the show of normal height?
I believe so. And
I know
is
that's a weird question.
Okay. Dave, handing over to you. Go.
How can I follow? Are they of normal height?
Think of the division segment.
I was thinking of Fantasy Island for a second.
Of course. Okay, is it a comedy?
Yes.
It is a comedy. I was to say fantasy. Fantasy show, I don't think. Oh, crikey. And is it historical based as well?
Not really. No.
Okay.
No, definitely no.
Is it like a modern day?
Yes, modern day.
It's modern day. Okay. 70s modern. Does it involve magic in any sense?
Yes.
Is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No.
No. Oh God. Magic, more modern day. Crikey. Is it the?
That is time. Andrew, handing over to you. Go.
Is it the cast have facial hair?
The cast have facial hair? I don't think so, actually, but maybe one did.
I mean, in the show, did the characters have facial hair?
What do you think I was asking about? Like, maybe one did.
Is it set in a? Is it post-apocalyptic?
No.
Is it a sitcom?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
God, I'm re-answering the same questions like 5 times.
I can't keep up. Is it still going?
No.
Did it recently end?
It was from the 70s.
I don't know. I'm not listening. The 70s. Jesus. Starsky and Hutch, I don't know.
No. That is time. Cap, over to you. Boom.
Is it Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
No.
From the 70s.
Is it Sabrina the old?
I'm thinking of Bewitched. No, Bewitched, that's not the 70s, is it?
Bewitched, yeah.
Yeah, Cap, you get it. It's Bewitched.
Oh.
Right, so well done, Cap and Dave. Andrew told you the answer, and that kind of addresses the balance of when you gave one to Dave. So, who is the only person that hasn't started one? Marty or Dave?
What? I already started one.
Okay, so Dave, what would you like?
What are my options again?
Okay, TV series, movie, book, or video game?
I'll go for a movie, please, David.
Okay, ready? And here you go.
Is it science fiction?
Not what you'd call it.
No. Is it a horror movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes-ish, but yes.
Ish. Is there? What was it? Is it like a combination of sci-fi and horror?
No, but combination is correct.
It's a combination. So, is it a combination of fantasy horror?
No.
Okay. Come on. I was gonna think of it. Is there a main protagonist?
Yes.
Is the protagonist female?
No.
Is there some sort of main monster?
Not a main one, but yes.
Are there multiple monsters?
Yes.
Multiple monsters.
That is time. Andrew, handing over to you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I've forgotten every... Is it a movie?
Yes.
It's comedy slash something, combination.
Comedy slash something.
No,
Is
horror slash something. Not
that-
comedy, sorry.
Evil Dead 2.
No.
Did it come out in the 90s?
No.
Is it directed by James Gunn?
No.
Did it come out... Is it recent?
No.
80s?
No.
2000s?
Yes.
Is it part of a series?
Not really.
Oh God. So it is a horror comedy.
Yes, and that is time. Capelthave, handing over to you. Go.
The Mummy?
No.
Van Helsing?
No.
Does it have a famous star starring in it?
Yes.
Horror comedy. Is it a scary movie?
It's not a scary movie.
It's not a scary movie, then it's not part of a franchise. Are there any well-known comedic actors playing in this one?
Sorry?
Are there well-known comedic actors playing in it?
Yes.
Kevin Hart?
No.
Will Smith?
No.
Who else? Is it Mel Brooks movie?
No.
It's horror slash comedy. Scary movie. Is it a parody of an existing horror film?
A parody of a what?
Already existing horror film.
Yeah, just about.
Just about. So it's a combination of horror films.
No. Well, kind of, but again, not really. But that is time. Okay, Marty. And go.
Is it Shaun of the Dead?
Yes, it is! Well done there, Marty. So, that is everyone.
It was English or not?
Yeah, I should have done. Right, so I think that's everyone started. So, let's have a quick look. So, yeah, audience, we've got another show coming up in just a few minutes. So, go get a drink and come back for that. But we have a tie. Our Geeks of the Week are Dave and Marty. Dave and Marty. Right, that's a good combination of names, isn't it? Dave, Marty. There you go.
That's a comedy duo for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Welcome to a night of comedy with Dave and Marty. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Right. Anyway.
I have funny too. Could I be funny with you guys?
No, it has to be Dave Marty. There's a reason I say that.
Your own team. If your name is Dave or Marty, of course.
Yeah.
You can be Tim and Jimmy.
Tim and Jimmy. And then the Andrew and Cap show. Right, on this note, let's find out where we can quickly find everyone on social media, starting with Commander Jimmy Mack.
Yeah, don't find me, I'll find you.
Excellent. Andrew.
I don't have any social media, but I have a toast. Here's to you, and here's to me, and here's to friends we'll ever be. But if by chance we disagree, fuck you, and here's to me.
Okay, that it started well. Right, Tim.
Hi, Tim. You can find me at Potato Based Economy and in Warwick and New York City doing improv on any random day. Also, I think Jimmy's right behind me, so I better get going.
Okay. Cap, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Sundays where I sing, I dance, I drop myself in the bucket, and I work with puppets. Currently, I'm doing YouTube shorts, and they've been doing very well, so go check them out. It's like MMA/cartoons/sitcoms. Go check out Sundays, and also you can find me in Extreme Improv doing numerous shows.
Okay. Dave, where can the people find you?
You can't find me on any social medias at the moment, so you can find me here at the moment on Extreme Improv doing Geek Battle and Extreme Improv as well. And I will have an announcement in a few weeks of a podcast that I'm working on. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I was going to say, like, this is turning out that, like, you know, where can you find us? Off the grid. Like, no one has much. Right, Marty, where can the people find you?
On Instagram at WhatWoulJesusGlue. Here on Extreme whenever I get a chance, and driving all over Atlanta looking for furniture.
Looking for a bit of what? Right, okay, so, my name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky. I don't have one of my books to hand, but you should totally buy some Extreme Improv suggestion cards. Go to extreme.tv to find out where. Oh, here's one of my books. You might even be able to find a new book available soon. So, with this, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper.